Hello YouTube. Okay, back on the Firebird as usual. So one of my previous videos, if you watched it, I had the Speedway Motors cast aluminum pan, and I wasn't real impressed with it. It has little cracks in it. Seemed like it might have leaked a little bit. Also noticed some weird results lately. Ever since I swapped to the clutch pan, it seems like my cooling system is staying perfectly cool, but my trans temperature seems to be warming up a little bit, where it seemed like the trans stayed cooler with the electric fan. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy. It seems like the trans is starting to climb up in temperature now, especially at an extended idle. So I got to searching some other things possible, considering I didn't like the pan anyway. I ended up buying a new pan. I'll turn the camera around and show you what that looks like. All right, so this pan is made by Derale, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Derale cooling products. It's got a drain plug in it. It's got a welded in bung on it. It's an extra deep pan, so it holds an extra 2 quarts of trans fluid. But check these out. These are air cooling tubes. Flip this thing over. These tubes run the length of the pan. The trans fluid can go under them, around them, and air can flow through there. They advertise to lower your trans temperature 20 to 50 degrees. A little skeptical of 20 to 50 degrees, but that's what they advertise. It's supposed to be pretty heavy duty, even though it's a stamped instead of a cast. It comes with a gasket. So I'm gonna pop off my other pan, put this one on, and see how this works. If it really does cool at 20 to 50 degrees, that's pretty darn incredible if that's actually the case. But anyway, these cooling tubes are supposed to let the air go through, and it's supposed to really cool it down. So we'll see. All right, here's the two pans side by side. The Derale one, it's really only slightly taller. Side by side, it's maybe ½ inch at most taller than the Speedway Motors one. So they're not a whole lot different. So I got the plug for it. The instructions say to use some Teflon tape on the plug. And then I got to transfer the sensor from this one over to this one. Looks like the sensor location is the opposite place, so I'm gonna have to lengthen my wire for my sensor to get to the right spot. Not a big deal. Okay, I got the drain plug put in. Use some Teflon tape, just like the instructions say. Same thing with the 1/8 inch NPT sensor. Got some Teflon tape on there, sticking through. It comes with a gasket. It's kind of feels like a nice gasket, like a composite gasket. And then the instructions say to use some gasket cinch or some other kind of sealer only on the side that's going on the trans pan. It says the side facing the transmission shouldn't need any. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of that and then get this thing bolted up. All right, got it all bolted up. Everything went really well. Take a look at it. There it is installed. It really doesn't sit a whole heck of a lot lower than the cast aluminum one did. In fact, it sits really, my exhaust on the far side sits just a hair lower. I don't like that drain plug hanging way down that far, but something to think about, looking out for bumps and so on. That drain plug's probably only about 7 inches off the ground. So keep an eye out for speed bumps. But besides that, for being a deep extra capacity pump, it's not all that low, a little bit. All right, so far so good. Been idling for about 10 minutes, make sure the fluid is full. I just filled it up to the cold mark because I don't want to overfill it. So I'll wait till I go for a good ride. I don't have time right now, but I'm gonna wait till I go for a good ride, get it good and hot before I check the dipstick again and make sure it's in the hot range. But so far it's been idling for about 10 minutes, sitting in the driveway. Coolant temperature is sitting at like 179, not even 180. And the transmission's showing about 135. Now normally it wouldn't start getting hot until I beat on it and drove it for a while and then had an extended idle. I don't actually have time to go for a ride right now, so try to do that tomorrow or the next day and see what happens. But so far so good. Let's take a look underneath, make sure we don't have any drips. All right, underneath looks dry as can be. I cannot say the same thing for the Speedway Motors cast aluminum pan. we're back. It's about 80 degrees and sunny out. Been driving about 45 minutes or so, I guess. And this trans pan, it's doing its job. It's holding below 165. It used to be, it would be probably over 180 by now. I haven't done an extended idle yet. When I get back home, I'll leave it sit in the driveway for a while and idle, see how hot it gets. But this trans pan, true to the advertising, it says lowers your trans temps 20 to 50 degrees, and it's keeping me down at least 15 degrees or more. So I would say it's worth the money, worth the effort to do it. I'll do an extended idle before I wrap this video up, but so far so good. Alright, it's been idling for about 20 minutes. Doesn't seem like it's getting any hotter. The coolant is around a little bit over 200 after sitting here all this time. And the trans just now ticked past 180. So before this trans pan, the trans sitting idling like this, it would have gotten over 200, start probably pushing closer to 210. So this trans pan made a big difference. Now I drove the car for about an hour and then let us been sitting here for 20 minutes. I think all the cooling system upgrades I've made recently are really doing their job. The clutch pan, the shroud, the transmission pan, all of that stuff, the FlowKooler water pump. This car has never ran so good. It's never ran so cool. It's a different driving and ownership experience to be able to drive a car and not have to have an eye on the gauge all the time, wondering what's going on, what are the temperatures, am I keeping moving all the time, what if I get stuck in stop and go. It's like a totally different ownership experience. It's so much less stress and anxiety. I know I spent a couple $100 on all this stuff. It's completely well worth it. Turn the camera around, show you the gauges, and then we'll put this thing in the garage. All right, there's the water temp, just a tick past 200, and the trans is, it's about 190, about 190 right now, and it was sitting on 180. It just went to the 190 a few minutes ago, so nice and steady.